You were talking about Babu Jagjeevan Ram. You just mentioned him. He was during this 1964 when the bill came, the committee came. He was fighting against this squashing this affluent communities in this reservation. Could you just talk about what Babu Jagjeevan Ram did? And also, you were talking about the UP government where BJP introduced inner reservation where they were, and it was squashed by Mayawati later part when she came to part. Commenting on that, and also the Punjab government inner reservation where you are saying it will be questioned. You think that one that also you can comment first from Babu Jagjeevan Ram, UP and Punjab.
You see, the Babu Jagjeevan Ram was very close to, very powerful and very close to the central politics. Right from the beginning, he was dominating the whole political, scene in the country. In every stage, Babu Jagjeevan Ram always opposed giving any kind of political favor. Particularly now I will talk to political representation. He always opposed giving political representation to the sweeper community. Babu Jagjeevan Ram. He used to say one thing, it's very popular in North India. He used to say to his community, he used to say that you may give your daughter to a sweeper, but don't vote for sweeper community. Meaning thereby, they were not in favor of giving any kind of political power to the sweeper and sweeping community of North India. Particularly he was from North India. So, right from that days, he is from Chamar community. He is from Bihar. So you know now you can appreciate from the beginning. I have lot of example to cite right now, but it is not relevant here. But I have given one example only. So he was the dominant people of, and you see Congress, particularly Nehru and Indira, always regard him, Babu Jagjeevan Ram, as a able and a very dominant leader. So she always, Nehru as well as Indira Gandhi always work on his advice. Whenever there is a question of giving political position, MP ticket or making any minister in the central government, he will always consult Babu Jagjeevan Ram, and Babu Jagjeevan Ram was not in favor of favor of development of this sweeper community. So from that onwards, this became a practice of Chamar community in the whole country. Mayawati was doing the same thing. Now during Mayawati, you will not find even a single MLA from the Balmiki community, even a single minister from the Balmiki community in Uttar Pradesh. So he never thought of giving any kind of a preference, any kind of a opportunity, every kind of any kind of a opportunity to give ticket, MLA ticket or ministership in the UP government.
About Punjab, you said Punjab.
You see, Punjab, the bifurcation policy is still is continuing, but that matter is also in the Supreme Court. And after E.V. Chennaiya, there is all possibility that Punjab reservation will also be will also go. They will also abolish the Punjab bifurcation of reservation. The reason being there is a constitutional bench judgment of the E.V. Chennaiya of the Supreme Court. So now they are also in fix what to do and how to handle this situation. They are also in appeal in the Supreme Court. The matter is right now in the Supreme Court. Even Haryana matter is in Supreme Court, Punjab matter is in Supreme Court, and beside this, I have my own way of looking on the problem of reservation. Therefore, I filed a different kind of a petition in the Supreme Court saying that you exclude all the dominant communities from the schedule, so that benefit will automatically go to the genuine and deserving people. That is my stand, and my approach to handle this situation.
So when did You filed the. When did you file the case, and what is the process has happened till now, and when is the hearing, and what is happening with that?
Well, I did. I filed my PIL in 2011.
Recently.
Yeah, 2011. And the notice was issued to all the state government plus central government to reply whether these communities should be excluded from the schedule. Now everybody, the whole country is in a fix. Particularly it's a very political matter. Nobody will say that you exclude this affluent community. Mayawati won't say. So you see the dominant people, how can you expect from something, some kind of a reply from the Maharashtra government where Mahar people are dominating. So everybody, every state is in a fix. Even the central government is in a fix. But we have a very strong support of the Supreme Court. There are innumerable cases of judgment of Supreme Court where the Supreme Court has said the benefits are not going to the real beneficiaries. They have recommended a number of questions, a number of occasions they have said that these affluent communities should be excluded. So our case is very, very strong in the Supreme Court. Though it's a political, going to have a very wider ramification on politically, but legally we are very sound. So everybody is afraid of my PIL. Possibly in December, November in the end or December first week, matter is going to be listed. The hearing will start. You see, they took 1 year for giving their reply. Now you can appreciate how the state government are behaving. They are all in a mess. They are in a fix. How to reply, what to do? Because it's a political issue. But we won't spare. We have decided. Now these affluent people has to go. And we have asked the Supreme Court to implement Lokar Committee of 1965 to exclude all these affluent community. Mahar from the schedule, Chamar from North India, Mala from Andhra Pradesh, Meena from Rajasthan, and lot of communities from Tamil Nadu and other states. I don't know the particular community, who are the dominant community. I am looking for the reports we see. I have studies around 10, 15 reports of different states. I have a lot of material. Andhra Pradesh, to prove my point, to support my petition. There are a number of reports. Justice Gurnam Singh report of Haryana, Justice Raju Committee report of Andhra Pradesh, Havanur Committee of Bangalore, V.N. Lokar Committee of Central Government, Justice Usha Mehra Committee of Central Government, UP reservation report. There was a report on the UP also. So I did a very strong kind of a research work, very deep, extensive research work. So I am not going to spare this issue now. I have decided. I have a very competent team of lawyers, and they are all working without asking any fee and all, because we are a poor community. We are not getting any support from anywhere. So because we have been working for the last around 30 or 40 years for giving assistance to the poor people, so people are supporting us. There are lawyers from your south. The people are supporting me. Nobody is asking for any, but we have to spend money on our documentation. You see, lot of collecting papers, reports, and all on. There are other expenses also. So we are getting now very, very encouraging kind of assistance from the people.
So that you mean to say there are two cases in Supreme Court. One is to squash the subcategorization, and another one is to squash the affluent communities within the scheduled caste. Am I right?
No. Actually, what is you see when the reservation of Haryana was quashed by the High Court, Punjab and Haryana High Court, So people filed a appeal in the Supreme Court against that High Court order. That was for the reservation within reservation. So that matter is in the Supreme Court. Punjab again, the same question is again same question is again pending in the Supreme Court. Now, my approach is a different one. So my petition is going to review the whole reservation policy. These kind of issues will become redundant. Now, I have questioned the whole reservation policy. I have requested the Honorable Supreme Court to review the whole reservation policy, why the benefits are not going to the real beneficiaries. So, you see, my petition is the sole petition which will cover all issues, you see. Now, the emphasis or the concentration is on this petition only, and these will become automatically abundant or redundant.
Sir, last one final thing. If you want to speak anything more, also you can speak. Last one final is there'll be many Valmikis and scavenging and sweeping community watching this video. Even activists might be watching this video, and even the Mala or some other groups also would be watching this video. Could you pass a message through this for them, whomever watches behind the camera?
Well, I have no enmity, any grievance against anybody, either Mala, Chamar. My only problem is I want my share in reservation. I have been asking, because they are like my elder brothers, I have been asking my share from these community. So now I will like to request all the viewers to kindly support my my movement, because I am fighting for the downtrodden people of the whole country, not for a particular community of sweeper or scavenging in northern India or South India, anywhere. But I am fighting for all the people who have been denied the benefit of reservation. So I have no enmity, any grudge, and any kind of a dispute with anybody. They are all our brothers. But because they are not interested to share the benefit of reservation with the other people of our community, I was constrained to move this petition in the Supreme Court. So I will request all the viewers, all the sympathizers, whether they are scheduled caste or non-scheduled caste, anybody who really believe in equality, who really believe in creating an egalitarian society, who believes in casteless society. My aim is only to create a casteless society. Baba Sahib, Dr. Ambedkar was fighting for a casteless society. Mahatma Gandhi was also fighting for a casteless society. My aim for fighting for reservation in the Supreme Court is to create a casteless society, to create an egalitarian society. So long we are within scheduled caste, remain in scheduled caste for an indefinite period, how will you create a casteless society? Therefore, the people who are affluent, they should be excluded, and other people should be included in the schedule, so that this cycle can move continuously, and we achieve a casteless society. So that is the purpose. You see, my fighting, my purpose become twofold now. One is to give justice to the poor people and to create a casteless society, equality. Thank you.